Dear fans, friends and subscribers, this is your host Ram welcoming you to your daily cricket show, the Cricket Happening Show. And the news that I have for you on this Cricket Happening Show is pretty sad. Sad in the sense, well, I would only say that one of the swashbuckling openers, the former Indian opener, Virendra Sehwag, who is now not a part of the Indian cricket team, has decided that it's time for him. He has called time on his career, and Virendra Sehwag has retired from international cricket. The other day we saw Zahid Khan retired due to injury, and now comes Virendra Sehwag, who has retired from international cricket. So definitely today I'm going to talk a lot about this bloke Virendra Sehwag, who really put a sort of a real fear into the opposition bowling when he was batting. And what a player he was. He was someone who would have been, I'm sure each and every opposition, bowling opposition in the world would have been worried to actually bowl, and they might be only feeling that the first ball does not disappear for a 4 or a 6. Such was the awesome power with which he used to strike the ball. He had a good reflexes, he had a good eye, but unfortunately, now that is the situation. Virendra Sehwag has retired, so I'm going to talk about Virendra Sehwag. First, I'm going to cast an eye on his international career. So let's have a look at his test matches. He played 104 test matches. He amassed 8,586 runs, and he is the only Indian player who has hit 2 triple centuries in test matches. 319 was his highest score. So he has hit 2 triple centuries. So triple centuries has always been rare as far as India is concerned. And Virendra Sehwag was the first person in the Indian annals of Indian cricket history to hit a triple century, and that was against Pakistan. And we all know in what way he reached that triple century. He was batting on 294 or 297, I don't really remember. As I said, Virendra Sehwag is a man who has a gung-ho approach as far as cricket was concerned. It doesn't matter to him who the bowler is. The reputations don't matter. He can really crash them, and that's what he precisely did. One would remember that he actually hit a 6 when he was in the 290s to reach his triple century, and that takes a lot of guts, dear friends subscribers, to smack a 6 to get on to a 300 mark, which is always a rarity in test cricket. And Virendra Sehwag breached that and made a triple century against Pakistan. And as I said, he has 2 triple centuries to his credit as far as test matches are concerned, and he is the only triple centurion who got 2 triple centuries under his bag. And he has retired with an ominous average, one could say. 49.34 is his batting average when he retired. Also looking at his, he has taken 91, he has hit 91 catches, and also look at his batting. He hit 91 sixes in his entire career, and as I said, he was a real thorn for the opposition. As far as ODIs were concerned, which has always been his cup of tea, 200 and... Okay, let's also look at how many centuries he made. In test matches, he scored 23 centuries, he made 32 50s, and his strike rate was 82-23. Now let's have an ODIs. Now ODIs are something which came naturally to him. 251 matches, he amassed 8,273 runs, his highest score was 219. Now, he was also if I'm not wrong, he was also the first player to get to a double century in one-day international cricket as far as India were concerned. So he hit 219 runs, and he also scored his strike rate of 104.33. He has retired with an average of 35.5, and as far as sixes were concerned, in one-day cricket he hit 93 sixes. As far as T20 cricket was concerned, he played 19 T20 matches. He got 394 runs. He has retired with an average of 21.88. Let's see, his highest score was 68. He did not hit a century, but he hit 250. So T20 has not been something that has unfortunately has not really blessed him, I suppose, but we all know what a devastating player he was. So as far as bowling was concerned, he was also a useful bowler. He played 104 test matches. He took 40 wickets. His best spell being 5 wickets for 118 runs. ODIs, he was very useful in the ODIs for sure. He played 251 matches. He took 96 wickets, and his best analysis was 4 wickets for 6 runs. As far as T20s are concerned, he never bowled in T20 cricket. That's what I see here. In fact, he bowled 6 balls, it seems. So we are not going to go into that. And just talking about Virendra Sehwag, going back to his international career, how he started. He made his test debut against South Africa versus India at Bloemfontein. He really played very well over there. And when Virendra Sehwag came onto the scene, let me tell you how the scene was. He was a young opener. He was a swashbuckling opener. He only knew one way to stroke the ball, and that was the way the ball was to be hit. That was his game plan. As and when he came to the crease, he knew only one way to bat, and that was to hit the ball, hit the leather of the ball. And let me tell you, he had some sharp eye. He had some great reflexes, and he used to send the ball scudding to the fence. His timing was impeccable, and he was someone who was never afraid to come down the wicket of the spinners and smack them for sixes. He trusted his instinct. He was a player by instinct. Probably one could say Virendra Sehwag was such a type of player who one would remember the former Indian great players like one is Kapil Dev, one of the greatest all-rounders to have graced Indian cricket, and then we all remember that opener. When we talk about openers, the first man who comes to mind is none other than Chris Shrikant, who was such a swashbuckling opener. And Virendra Sehwag, let me tell you, he had some great partnership with the great Sachin Tendulkar while opening in the one-day international. As we know, India won the World Cup. He was a part of it, and he has been, he was sort of a, if Sachin was a binding force, then Sehwag was the one who was going hammer and tongs at the bowlers. And Virendra Sehwag, let me tell you, he started off in breezy fashion and slowly settled down. And even in test matches, we saw that he was riling the opposition, because the only way that Virendra Sehwag can play was to play his strokes with gay abandon, and that's what he was doing. It didn't matter to him whether he hit a 4 or a 6, whether he's reaching his 50, whether he's reaching his century, double century, triple century, didn't really matter. He knew only one way. If the ball was, there was a ball which has to be hit, irrespective of whatever the landmarks were, he used to go for it. Absolutely, he used to go downtown and hit them for sixes. And such was his awesome power. What to say about Virendra Sehwag? One would remember that famous thing that happened in, I think it was in the World Cup, where the former Pakistani ace speedster Shoaib Akhtar was bowling at Virendra Sehwag, and Virendra Sehwag had actually hit him for a boundary, and probably he was the next ball. Probably Virendra Sehwag probably played it a bit defensively. Shoaib Akhtar went on him and told him why don't you hit a 6 or something of the sort. There was some sort of a sledging game going on, and Virendra Sehwag's immediate response was that why are you begging for that? Why are you begging? And immediately he in fact creamed him for either a boundary or a 6. That's what I precisely remember. And he has been the scourge of the opposition bowlers. Any country you take it, he has been a real scourge of the opposition bowlers. He has been really giving it to them, and it has always been a treat to watch. And I'm sure there were spectators who were coming just to have a glimpse of Virendra Sehwag, because once I have seen players, I've seen some spectators coming in and just coming in to watch Virendra Sehwag, and once Virendra Sehwag was getting out, people used to leave the stadium. Such was his immense command, I would say, in the sense he was really he was a big crowd puller, whether it be the Indian Premier League, where he played lots of runs, and he has always been a devastating player. And he also saw in test matches he slowly tried to change his game. get onto a matured approach, but I think Virendra Sehwag can play only in his way that he does best, and that is to stroke the ball. Well, I can only say, I mean, words are really not enough to actually sing praises of this great Indian batsman Virendra Sehwag. Such a wonderful, dashing opener for India, and how many partnerships he had with Tendulkar. He also forged a great opening combination in one-day internationals with Gautam Gambhir, the left-handed batsman, the left-hand right-hand combination under the Dhoni's captaincy, and he has been someone as a sort of a real. I mean, as I said, I am really lost for words when I speak about Virendra Sehwag. Such has been his command. He has been a great crowd puller, and he has scored tons of runs, and he has entertained Indian cricket for a long time. Even there's world cricket who never always wanted this bloke to really fire on all cylinders. And whenever he used to come there at the crease and he used to go out pretty early, you would see there would be a lot of cheering when Virendra Sehwag was at the wicket. But once Virendra Sehwag was getting out, you could see a hush in the stadium. So such was his command, and very unfortunately he has decided to call time on his career, and one really wishes him well in his family life here. So Virendra Sehwag, thank you for entertaining Indian cricket and world cricket all over. You have been such a tremendous asset to the Indian cricket team, and even today I can say that this man Virendra Sehwag is given an opportunity in the Indian team, so he is really still can crack a quick fire 50. He is a very capable person, but unfortunately all good things have to come to an end sometime, and this is one of the good things that has come to an end as far as Indian cricket is concerned, and that's the retirement of this very powerful entertainer Virendra Sehwag. Well, now from here I am going to, and also let me see whether anything else that I could really cover about Virendra Sehwag, any significant things. I'm just trying to see. I mean, it also has been an extraordinary career, and also one has to say, if Virendra Sehwag also had, as far as if you look at his technique, didn't have a great technique, and someone has already compared him. A lot of tributes are coming in. He has been compared to he has been named as the modern Sir Vivian Richards. Such was his play, and as I said, it was exhilarating stroke play, entertaining stroke play, and also sometimes we have seen that without moving his feet like Chris Gayle, he used to really hit through the line of the ball, and it was a real treat to watch Virendra Sehwag in action. And I think Indian cricket is going to miss them, whether he plays in a test match, one day, T20, or whether it is going to be a domestic tourney. I think one is going to definitely miss this wonderful and exciting player who entertained millions of people all over the world. That is man Virendra Sehwag has retired from international cricket. Now the other news that I'm going to talk about is Afghanistan Zimbabwe. Today the third one-day international was played at the Queen Sports Club in Bulawayo, and Afghanistan lost the match. So Zimbabwe have taken a 2-1 lead in the 5-match series. Afghanistan batting first made 223 for 8. Noor Ali Zadran was impressive with 56 of 108 balls, 3 fours and 1 6. Mohammad Shahzad clattered 30 of 30 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Mohammad Abi, the Centurion in the previous match, made 42 of 54 balls with 2 fours. Nowroz Mangal and Asghar Stanikzai backed ducks. Samila Shinwari made 14 of 30 deliveries. Shafullah made 35 32 deliveries, 2 fours, 2 sixes. 15 to Rashid Khan of 27 balls with 1 4. 23 not out. Dawlat Zadran of 14 balls with 2 fours and 1 single. Tab Alab not out, not. As far as the Zimbabwean bowling was concerned, Tinasha Panyangra, 7 overs 2 minutes 1 for 21. Jongwe 3 overs 1 minute 1 for 18. Masakaza Wellington Masakaza, left arm spinner, 10 overs 2 minutes 1 for 48. Chisoro the spinner, 10 overs 2 for 40. 10 overs none 252 for Sean Williams. Sukandar Raza, 7 overs none for 25. Mutamboji 2 none for 15. Zimbabwe, who were chasing 224 to win the match, finished at 229 for 4. It was and the last over, they required 3 runs, but Sikandar Raza really got them the victory in splendid style when he smacked the 6 by hitting a ball into the stands, not around 29. As far as Zimbabwe is concerned, Mutumbami at the top of the order, making an attractive 74 of 92 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. Dibaba was given handle the ball for 18 of 33 balls with 1 4. Craig Irvine 11 of 30 balls. Sean Williams made 39 of 59 balls. But Chigumbura, the captain, was there in the end with Sikandar Raza to guide them to victory. Chigumbura not out 49 of 62 balls with 2 4. Sikandar Raza not out 29 of 23 balls, 1 4 and 1 6. And Zimbabwe winning by 6 wickets and thus taking a 2-1 lead in the 5-match series. Amir Hamza, 10 overs no made and 3 for 47. And then Dawud Zadran, none for 51. Aftab Alam, none for 44 of 9. Mohammad Nabi, 9 overs, none for 30. 10 overs for 45 for Rashid Khan. Sumilla Shane Bari, 2 overs no made and none for 11. So that is the match situation. So Zimbabwe taking a 2-1 lead in the 5-match series against Afghanistan. Well, and the other thing is that JP Duminy is going to be out of the South African team for the balanced one-day internationals, which are the 2 one-day internationals which are coming up. As you know, South Africa are 2-1 up in the series against India. So that is not good news. Duminy has been in some good form, and it's unfortunate that Duminy won't be taking any further part of the one-day international series. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, I think with by talking about the retirement of Virendra Sehwag and waxing eloquent on his exploits on the cricket field, and also let me tell you, he was a good bowler. He was a very good fielder too. Let me tell you, Virendra Sehwag was a very good fielder, and he was a complete package. I mean, batting was his forte, no doubt about it, but he also contributed in no small measure in the bowling and fielding department. And with a salute to this man, Virendra Sehwag of India, who has retired from international cricket, I'm going to end this cricket show for today by saying thank you.